Hello everybody, welcome to the Super Metroid Multi-Category Extension Tournament. We have a Game 3 match with Prankard versus Thorneto, and the category is any percent all bosses. So this should be a really exciting matchup, and I hope you're all ready for this. I can tell you that, let's see, so this is the loser's bracket, so whoever loses this match is going home. Prankard defeated me in the first round. 2 quick matches, boom, boom. Kevnastix was down, so GG on Prankard for that. And Thorneto, I know from just watching throughout the tournament, Thorneto is a very solid runner as well. So this should be a really exciting matchup. And we have not seen we haven't seen too many any percent all bosses in this tournament so far. We've gotten a couple, and but most of the categories have been more a-traditional. Anybody that watched the multi-category tournament that happened about a year ago, any percent all bosses was a big feature of that. And there's also a little bit of history in the Super Metroid community regarding any percent all bosses. You know, if you're really interested in that, you can jump up on the wiki at wiki.supermetroid.run and get all the information. And hey, learn how to speedrun this game like the rest of us. So I was a participant in this tournament, and now I'm just doing commentary. Did get a couple wins, but I'm out now, and I'm just spectating with all of you, hoping for a really great match. Right now, we're just kind of getting through this, quote, canned Ridley fight. Damage down, get out of there as quick as you can, try to get a good elevator time. Going to be ducking and dodging steam and all kinds of shaking and rocking throughout this station. I guess it's not a battle station, I was going to call it more like a medical station. And we're just going room for room. Prankard decides to run up the stairs, Thorn jumps. I think that's a good idea, Secret Structures. I think you should learn how to speedrun this game. Alright, very nice ledge grabs there from Thor. And Prankard's up on the elevator. We got a 44 for Prankard. I'm not quite sure what we had for Thor. 45 or 44. Really solid series elevator times. Not too much struggle with steam right there. So definitely above average. Good job. We are going to the planet Zebes. Zebes, whatever you want to call it. If you hear a dog, there is a dog in this house. So occasionally you might hear a little squeaking and barking, but I promise you the dog is under control. His master has just left the house, so we might hear a little barking and shouting. Back to the race now, into the less exciting, more just stock, standard way of playing Super Metroid. Gonna run, go find some equipment. So we gotta find something to get through all the crevices and cracks. Thor and Prankard both have Moonfall engaged, so by doing a little quick trick of, well, I don't really know how to do it because I'm not a Moonfall user, but I believe you charge a shot, walk backwards, and jump off. Prankard having a little bit of trouble with that, but still saving time. So you see how quick they can drop right through there. Samus's fall speed is, I guess, it's just uncapped. So you can just fall and fall and fall faster and faster and faster until Samus connects with the ground. Morphball incoming. Morphball is how we get through these really tight spaces, and you cannot get very far on this planet without having this Morphball. It's going to turn Samus into a Morphball because when this was invented on the NES, it was much easier to animate a rolling ball than a crawling Samus. So there's your answer of how we got to this incredibly iconic movement item for a video game, which is pretty outstanding. I guess I'm not a massive gamer, so I don't really know how many games out there have utility like this, but it's a very unique and very cool movement. And, you know, in the 90s and 80s and 90s when platformers were really coming into their own, this one really set itself apart from all the other standard platformers. You know, being able to do mid-air morphing and allow just weird, crazy access to a lot of different places. So really cool stuff. I mean, it's a classic game. You should check it out. If you're here and you know what's going on, awesome. If you're here and you don't know what's going on, pay attention, because now that we got this movement item, we're going to be making our way through the planet, and being that this is any percent all bosses, our runners are going to grab as few items as they feel they need to get through this game. So there's not a specific item set, but there are items that you will see both runners will absolutely pick up, like the morph ball, and then the first missile pack they got is what awakens the planet and brings out all these creepy crawlies, to thwart Samus in her quest to save the baby Metroid. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And I don't know, maybe Samus will be successful this time, but I'm not so sure how that will work out for the runners. They might be looking at something quite different. So here we are. We're going to go to our BT fight. BT fight. Thor is looking good. He's got full energy. That's going to help out with drops, BT drops. You want to make sure that BT drops all missiles, so that's a quicker fight. Prankard just right behind Thor. So we're looking at a 458 bombs time and probably around a 505, 507 bombs time. So pretty decent, pretty decent. Yeah, 509, 510. So we're separated by about 12 seconds. Let's see if BT is kind with the drop spread. So Thor's going to fire 5 shots, and oh, geez, BT classic right there. That's going to set Thor back. He's going to have to wait for another round. Get some good missiles there, but going to have to go with more P shots. No decapitation animation. Finishes BT off in a 2-round, even with that terrible drop scenario. Prankard finishing in much the same way. I didn't happen to catch the bomb spread for Prankard. So now we have our bombs. Our bombs are going to allow access into even more parts of Zevis than the morph ball alone. And you see the morph ball is really good at being able to get through spots, so you didn't have to blow out that whole wall with bombs. You can just blow out a section and roll right under it. So, they're going to use as much time saving as they can. All the time saving that runners have found throughout the year, all those time saving techniques and strats, but also little optimizations like that, little things that the casual observer just might not notice. Really good spin jumps there for Thor going down the green pirate room. Very nice job. I find that strat to be a little tough. Sometimes when I damage down, I just run through them. But right now, Thor doesn't have to worry about his health too much. Looks like Prankard is going to opt to take out the pirates. That's going to leave Prankard with a little bit more health. That's something you typically see if a runner goes fan-tune first. I don't really know enough about Prankard or Thor in their total abilities. I just know by what I've seen in their PBs and their matches here. But typically when you shoot those pirates down, that means you're going to do a fan-tune first route. But I really don't think Prankard's going to do that. And with any percent all bosses, that new route with fan-tune first versus Kraid first, and any percent all bosses optimally, it probably only saves more like 20 seconds rather than the near 2 minutes that it would save in a typical any percent, because of how you have to route in all the bosses. And you're going to want to make sure you get the plasma beam, because that's going to be really, really useful on mini bosses such as Crocomire. Be very useful on Crocomire and Spore Spawn. And we will get to see Spore Spawn today. So chat, if you're tired of hearing me speak, feel free to jump into the conversation down there. You can participate in chat, or you can just enjoy this fine display of movement we have going on here for both runners. The big pink section here, we're going to pick up another missile pack. I imagine that Prankard will pick up the same missile pack. It's significantly better to have more missiles. You want to have minimum 15, but you're going to see these runners will pick up 20 to 25 missiles. So that's 4 or 5 missile packs. So you're going to go for the most accessible items that require the least amount of door transitions. Prankard's going to lay that bomb first. Not sure if it saves time, but pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I used to do that strat, and then somebody tells me, hey, that doesn't save any time, and then I just stopped doing it, and then I forgot about it. Charge beam pickup for both. Really nice Green Hill zone for Thorneto right there. Misses the D-boost off the Rio. Still making good time. Prankard's got their super out. Boom goes the door, and another Green Hill zone. This nice little Green Hill dance I like. And Prankard misses the jump for the mock ball. So going to have to take a little bit of damage. Let's see if Prankard doesn't even go for the D-boost strat. And Red Tower. Come on, Thor. Anybody know where Thor's going to take us first? I'm curious to see which runner picks up Spacer for a little extra firepower at the beginning. I'm going to guess that Thor does not. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. There you go. So Thor is opting out of Spacer. So that's a little less firepower up front, but will allow for less menuing. We're going to pick up Wave Beam, and you know, I'm assuming that, ooh, nice D-boost off the Spree, by the way, for Prankard. That's a super movement tech right there that we'll be talking about later in the match also. That one can be a little finicky, so GG, Prankard. Nice D-boost, and there's another beautiful D-boost from Thor down in the, right before, whatever room that is, Crate E-Tank room, right before the party zone here. Good dodging those key hunters, and here we go to this Crate's hallway here. Prankard hot on the heels, having a little bit of trouble with some movement here in the beginning, but not that far away. Pretty good times for both runners. Very nice entrance into Crate's lair. Good D-boost off the spikes. That here, what Thor's going to do right now is a setup, a normalized setup. That bomb will put Thor exactly where he needs to be for a Crate quick kill. And it looks like he's going to go with the 2-missile, 3 super strat. Charge strat. Redo. Come on. Oh, just a little bit early on that super. So we're going to get some belly and some legs today. Sometimes Crate's just a little mean. You know, this isn't GT Classic. We got a lot of firepower. We don't need to worry too much about Thor not being able to handle this fight. Plenty of energy. Down goes Crate. But that right there, if Prankard can do this, I would say, oh no! Prankard is a little bit early on that super too. So missed opportunity for Prankard to catch up on Thor. And that's pretty much, if Prankard can clean this up pretty quick, got a little trolled by that late mouth open by Crate, but Prankard can close this out right here, then probably didn't lose much time on Thor based how far behind Prankard already was. Maybe lost about 10 seconds compared to where we were prior to Crate. So not a commanding lead, but you know, definitely a lead that can be diminished by wild Fantoon patterns. So no quick kill today. And we have, so far the count, 1 mini boss, Bomb Terizo, down. 1 major boss, Crate, down. Yeah, I'm with you, slow guy. And I can't say, sometimes when you get that super just a little bit too early, like they both did, that jaw just doesn't stay open. It's not wide enough to lock into that position to get all that ammo in to take Crate down. So that's always frustrated there. And anytime I see something like that, I wonder if the racers are watching the restream, because because if you miss a Crate quick kill, I mean, that's a pretty easy way to tilt a veteran runner right there. It's not something you really worry about too much. It's not something you think too hard on. And here we have a route deviation. Prankard is going to pick up the Janitor's Closet E-Tank here, whereas Thor did not. So that's going to set Prankard back just a little bit in time, but could help him out in the future as far as energy management is concerned. Thor is a sub-50 any percent runner, so absolutely no slouch. I think Prankard is more around a 54, 55 any percent. You know, it's definitely not a time to laugh at, but we'll need a little help from Thor and RNG and just, you know, regular to be able to keep up with a runner as seasoned and experienced as Thor. I'm probably happier that Prankard is facing Thor than I would be if I was facing Thor. But this is game 3. Prankard was able to take Thor out in a previous match. I think it was North Korea percent. I'm not entirely sure. I know I saw the match, or at least most of it. So if somebody in chat wants to check that out, that's fine. RBO all bosses. Technically, all bosses can be done anyway. I mean, you could RBO all bosses. Another fun fact, with all the categories we have in this multi-category tournament, Nintendo Power Percent is, in fact, a valid all bosses run. Now, it's going to take you way more time. You got to get way more junk, but, you know, it's technically Nintendo Power Percent is all bosses. You do see all the bosses. Definitely highly unoptimal. So Thor now has quite a big lead, not just with some of the movement. I mean, Thor has a clear movement advantage over Prankard. Crate quick kill definitely didn't help Prankard out right there, plus grabbing that Janitor's Closet E-Tank. I'm very curious to see. It's looking like Thor, in a race setting, I would imagine would run 4 energy tanks. I'm guessing that they run 3 in their PBs, potentially. Prankard, I wouldn't be surprised to see a 4th or a 5th E-Tank pickup. So those E-Tanks we'll probably see later would be Batoon's E-Tank is one, Ridley's E-Tank potentially, but there's also the opportunity to get the Crocomire E-Tank. The Crocomire E-Tank doesn't require a door transition, so for instance, I generally like to pick up the Croc E-Tank for my 4th E-Tank, and then I will opt to decide based on how my Ridley fight goes whether or not I want to pick up that Ridley tank to escape Lower Norfair. So right now we're in the item acquisition phase. You'll see that Thor has already picked up his speed booster, which is right where Prankard's going to go right now, and Thor's going to pick up Wave Beam for a little bit extra firepower, and Wave has a really peculiar and very neat function, and that Wave Beam will pass through walls and gates, but it won't pass through enemies. You'll need the Plasma Beam to pierce enemies a little bit later. Although I think the Wave Beam might go through some weaker enemies, like maybe the Screes, but I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to see the exact same pickup from Prankard. Nobody's going to do this route without picking up the Wave Beam. I mean, it's not low percent. It's not that out of the way. I think it's like 50 seconds to get Wave Beam from Speed Booster, approximately. And that extra firepower is going to save you that time and then some as you're going further and further through the game, especially because you're not going to be picking up a lot of missile packs. Ideally, like I said before, 15 missile packs and 10 supers is the bare minimum as far as what you're looking for. So we're going to probably see 20 or 25 missiles. Now, as far as super packs are concerned, in a typical any percent run from runners like this, you'd see them pick up 2 super packs for a total of 10 super missiles. I would not be surprised if after the Golden Chorizo fight a little bit later, because there's no door transition, it's just a 7-second item fanfare, I wouldn't be surprised if the runners opt for an extra safety and grab those GT super missiles as well. So we got a lot going on, and things are about to get a little more gritty and a little bit more exciting once we get through this item acquisition phase. Thor is going to go and Prankard's going to follow all the way up Red Tower. Let's see what their Red Tower climbs look like. And then we're going to see some fantastic Boyan D-boosts to get these things called power bombs, or some people like to call them cheeseburgers or hamburgers, or whatever else you call them. I just call them power bombs. Sometimes people call them PBs or Peebs. I don't know, power bombs. I like saying power bombs. Why not? Power. Who doesn't like saying power? I feel powerful, especially when I play this game. How about you? I mean, I guess it depends on which category I'm playing. When I play RBO, I definitely don't feel powerful. But this category, you know, any percent's cool. You can pick up whatever really helps you. It's very tempting for runners when they're starting out to look at what all the top runners do and go, oh, so-and-so doesn't get this, so I got to make sure I don't get this, because this is not how you play this game. You have to skip it if you want to be optimal. To be perfectly honest, sometimes to be optimal for your skill level, you have to pick up safeties that the top runners do not. So really, most importantly, you just kind of want to get through the game with the minimum of what you're comfortable with and you know, etc. Did Prankard pick up ice, or am I just seeing a weird color? No, he's got Wave Beam. My color looked a little crazy. Yellow macarons. Those enemies, I believe, are called Boyons. So power bombs will take out the yellow doors. We're going to need power bombs in Turian. We're going to need power bombs to get access to Wreck Ship, to get through the mode. So power bombs are very important, but this is probably the only power bomb pack our runners are going to pick up. You don't need any more than that, although you do have to pay attention to your power bomb management, especially going into Lower Norfair. Lower Norfair can be power bomb heavy. It's not as bad as GT Classic. If you end up making a mistake and going down to Lower Norfair without power bombs, you can get back through the graviton at no expense but time. Whereas if it's GT Classic and you find yourself at Lower Norfair without power bombs, well, hey, GG, try again next time. Oh, the power bombs are the macaron cookies. I get it. Thank you for that clarification. I appreciate it. And now I want cookies. Alright, so no ocean fly for Thor, going for a safe strat right there, just get over the moat. Did Thor skip that? I feel like Thor skipped that missile pack, and Thor's going to go now. So you're going to see Thor right now has 1 E-tank and nothing. So 100 health here. I have complete faith that Thor will be able to get through Fantoon. My guess is we're going to see special beam attack X factors, which is going to require Thor to take some intentional damage from Fantoon. But, you know, other categories in this race, like Thor has run max percent GT with just Varia suit and no E-tanks. So this is 100 more health. Actually, what is it? Nah, this is maybe 1 more health, right? Because it would go 99, 100. I don't know. Good luck, Thor. Let's do this. You know what? I should probably put on Thor's audio. I just happened to notice that we have Prankard's audio here. And Thor is ahead, so this is my first time using controls, so please be patient. No fast. Yeah, 1 more health but a suit. Well, you would have Varia and max percent. Alright, so here's that X Factor. Nailed it. So Thor nailed all 4 particles. So if Thor does 2 missiles, and a super, I believe that would end the fight. I don't know. Ah, quick eye close. That's always frustrating. Yeah, beautiful X Factor. And GG. Down goes Fantoon. So we ended up with a 3-round, but that's not Thor's fault. You can't blame Thor for that 3-round right there. I mean, if you looked at it, you got that fast eye close by Fantoon, and just, man, sometimes Fantoon just, well, sometimes, who am I kidding? All times Fantoon just doesn't play ball. So Thor just executed Fantoon. Beautiful mock ball coming out of Fantoon's room. So let's hope Prankard gets a little bit of luck. Thor got some really good patterns from Fantoon right there. Let's hope Prankard can get comparable Fantoon patterns. Beautiful fast opening, but again, there's that quick, that's that trolley eye close, so Prankard was unable to get any missiles in. Meanwhile, Thor is picking up his potentially last pack of supers. And let's see if we get Dopplers here. Ooh, some item selection trouble there. A mini Doppler from Prankard. So it's not dicey yet. Gonna take another hit. So at 79 health, that's at least 2 hits he can take from Fantoon, but I don't think 3. I believe Thor is going for a nice attic spark here. Perfect height. Nails all the enemies. Going to get that Key Hunter with the Echo. Good little health. So Thor is probably going to farm a little bit on the way to the, bowling area. My gosh, so much. Oh, we have an Enrage. It can be hard to tell with the color on the screen. Looked like Fantoon could have been that near dead, but I would imagine Prankard would be able to finish off Fantoon with 1 or 2 missiles. Unfortunately, this is going to cost Prankard about 18 seconds, this Enrage pattern here. And 44 health, so Prankard can only take 1 more shot. I believe so. Hopefully, okay, good big health drop. We're safe. Didn't happen to notice, so that's that mid-right. That's a really easy pattern to follow. I wonder if Prankard was just a little bit nervous about his health and just didn't notice the pattern. Come on. Oh, good shot. Good shot. I believe with Varia, Fantoon does 30 damage, so if Fantoon would have, if Prankard didn't get off that ammo as soon as Fantoon was there, that could have been that would have been really scary. Although, you know what? Would have gotten a health bomb probably, so Prankard still would have been okay coming out here. And that's a fair amount of health drop. So Prankard's in good shape with both ammunition and with health. It's going to be in really good shape leaving the wreck ship here, depending on what attic strats Prankard decides to go with. Thor picking up Gravity Suit. Gravity Suit is going to help you with damage. It's going to help you with, it's going to help you get through water. Gravity Suit is definitely the strongest suit in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game, for those of you rando runners out there, in the vanilla game, you'll get protection from heat damage from the Gravity Suit as well. So really, the main purpose, like let's say a Fantoon first runner goes, the main purpose a Fantoon runner would have to pick up Varia Suit would be to mitigate the Mother Brain Rainbow Beam, because that will take 6 E-tanks of damage, and it's really not optimal to get that many E-tanks in an any percent run. So you're going to see most likely 4, maybe 5 E-tanks from both of the runners throughout the course of the entire race, which makes some sections a little sketchy. Ooh, prankard, that power bomb did not strike that key hunter. Sometimes that power bomb placement is has to be pretty particular to take out all the key hunters in one shot. So, wow, there's so much going on. Anybody else feel like 80% all bosses moves at just an outrageous pace compared to a lot of the categories we're at? It's like nonstop action. This is killer. Really fairly clean from both runners. No major problematic situations. I mean, we had that crate faux pas, the stand up on both sides, but really the only difference we're seeing in these runners in terms of their spacing is just that Thor is just a little bit cleaner. Ledge grabs are a little bit tighter. It just, everything that Thor is doing looks just a little bit more deliberate. So, anybody just watching out there that doesn't have a lot of experience, prankard is doing a great job. Prankard is racing very well. Thor just has an advantage, just is a little bit stronger controlling Samus. Every time you're platforming in this game and you're jumping up and down, it can be kind of tough. It can be kind of tough to snap onto those ledges, and if you don't, you have that air time coming back down to the ledge. And over the hundreds of rooms you go through in this game, it adds up. And prankard's health is at critical right now at 11, so I'm gonna have to watch out for the fish down in the ocean here, and this could be a crab fatality. We've seen a couple we've seen at least one for sure in a Max GT run. We saw, I think, maybe 2 in this tournament. We've seen some crab fatalities, so gonna have to be very careful. Oh, watch out! Oh no! Oh, that was the one spot. See, this is why when I come out of the gravity suit, I like to fall all the way straight to the bottom because you can just run across. So that's a 26-minute time deficit for prankard. So the only potential scenario that prankard's going to catch up is if there's a death on Thor's side. Can that happen? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is Super Metroid. This isn't any percent. Right now, if I'm Thor and I'm watching the restream and I see this, I'm going to play it a little bit more conservatively. There's no need to take a... If I was Thor, I would just cruise. I would just chill. Enjoy the sights. Halfie. This will get us across half the room. It's a much more reliable setup than a full halfie, just because it's just easier to do. And, saves about, it maybe loses about 5 seconds compared to the full halfie, 5 to 7 seconds. But, you have more energy going into Dragon than you would if you did the full halfie. So it's a good safety to do that, for sure. Admirable. Yeah, prankard has to start from the beginning. Prankard, it did not save anywhere. You're generally not going to see a save in any percent because that is not a likely scenario that the runners are going to die there. This is... just one of those things. Got a little too beat up throughout bowling, and that one little misstep. This is a brutal game. Technically, you're not going to see any saves in a category unless it's extremely volatile. It has like a green gate glitch in it or something. Look at this beautiful X Factor Moon Dance setup from Thor. I don't know if he connected all particles where they needed to go, but 2 more sparks should do the job. Oh, too early. All right, so Thor's got to be careful, though. Could probably get away with 1 more spark if it's in the right place, but chain damage is a real concern. Looks like Thor's going to go the conservative route here and just try to ammo take out Dre. Another thing he can do is when Dre goes into a goo pattern, can lay a power bomb and get rid of the goo and then aim the ammo right at Dragon's belly, or you can fire it away like this and hope for some drops. Oh my goodness. Thor, you don't need to play it wild, and you don't need to play it crazy. Just, it'd sure make the race a whole lot more fun with us if Thor did that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. That was a remarkable... Fortunately, it wasn't an off-screen kill. So, that's a good thing, because that would take, 18 to 20 minutes. And I don't know if the off-screen kill has to be on the right side for that loop to kind of occur. Let's just say I'm not going to go into technicalities, but Thor is very lucky that I mean, it looked off-screen to us, but Dragon did appear on this, within the confines of the game. Yeah, Thor is running pretty reckless right now. It's kind of reminiscent, reminding me a little bit of like Susream. Watching Susream play. Susream is just like balls to the wall the whole time. I mean, it's so cool to watch. And we're seeing a lot of really, really good aggressive strats from Thor. And that's not even really, I mean, Dragon, time-wise, is probably the most dangerous boss in the game, time-wise in this category. Really nice Cack Alley, though, right there. Good job. Gonna collect some supers here, probably smart. But Ridley is by far, I believe, a much bigger troll and significantly more dangerous boss. Because you don't have to Shine Spark kill Dragon. You can do an ammo kill. You can use power bombs to get rid of the goo. You can farm the goo for health and ammo. And you can farm health and ammo at Dragon. So time-wise, it's a huge time suck if you're not good at the fight. But dangerous, Ridley is by far more dangerous. And that will be the next. Lower Norfair itself is a boss, and Ridley. Thor still has to get through all of that. So, reckless playstyle, I don't know. We'll see how Thor feels about it when they get a little bit closer to Ridley. Meanwhile, I feel bad for kind of ignoring Prankard. Prankard's going to go through all the stuff we've already seen while Thor collects his plasma beam right now. You can see a sense of urgency in Prankard right now. It's almost kind of a funny thing when you watch Super Metroid. You see a lot of these runners play is that they kind of have their own style, and you can tell sometimes watching if the runners are frustrated or tilted. It's pretty neat just how well the character of Samus can just emote for you. Prankard having a little bit of trouble there without being at full health, not getting missile drops, and if Thor doesn't get missile drops from any of these other frogs, maybe B-Tom? No, these aren't B-Toms. I forget what these guys are. Z, they start with a Z? I don't know. Okay, good. He got one. Good. Got a missile. We can get into early supers, and Thor down the toilet. This is where, for me, the all bosses run really starts. This is where it starts looking much less like an any percent run and starts looking like the all bosses run. So my guess with Thor's route is Thor is going to go all the way down to is going to go to ice, get his ice beam, take Croc's Speedway, take out Croc, then go take out GT, and then go take out Ridley, and then we're saving the best for last, baby. We're going to cruise like a freight train on our way back through Green Hill Zone to just stomp Spore Spawn. It's one of my favorite. That's like, for me, the marquee reason to run this category, because you can one-shot that ridiculous plan with a charged plasma beam, full beam combo. And it's cool. All right, hip speedball from Thor going into the ice hallway. Very well done. See if he gets this D-boost. Skips the D-boost off the gamer. No big deal. Thor doesn't have any time to make up. Thor just needs to maintain. Second go through on Green Hill Zone, unfortunately, is much the same for Prankard as it was in round one. Boy, you got to feel bad for Prankard. I mean, really great job making it to this stage in the tournament. It's been excellent to have versed Prankard and watch them continue on through the tournament. And there are no easy wins in this tournament. None. As a matter of fact, this has been the most exciting Super Metroid tournament I think I've seen yet. I'm going to go on record and say that. Not just because of the diverse categories and just the showcase of all the different crazy eclectic things that you can do with this category, but the class of runner that has been in this tournament is incredible. The races without deaths, and some even with deaths, have been really tight. very unexpected and extremely hard to call. We've had runners lose in their best categories. We've had runners win in categories they've never really run before. And we're about, I don't know, halfway through the tournament. So there's still just an incredible amount of magic left and just incredible runners left as well. This might be a great time to say, you know, if you're not following Thor or Prankard already, please do. Please do. You'll get great Super Metroid content for sure. And thanks to SpeedGaming and our Restream crew for putting on this show for us. I just talked completely over the Crocomire fight. I guess if anybody in chat wants to, oh yeah, totally volatile tournament. It's been incredible. It's been great. I've even died in several places I've never died before in this tournament. It was sad at the time. It's kind of funny now. All right, so Thor is opting out. So picked up the Batoon tank, not going to get Croc. So we might likely see Thor pick up the Ridley E tank. I think it's just going to depend on just how well they get through the Ridley fight and how much damage is left. Like if I have 2 full tanks left and change, I would likely opt out. Prankard getting trolled again by Kraid, and very difficult. So to focus on this for a minute, only one of those flying fingernails out there is going to drop missiles. I know this because of a lot of fails in GT Classic. Only one of those will drop missiles. So Prankard either has to rely on charge shots or has to remember, you know, which claw gave or didn't give drops. And of course, that's not a very good place to pick up the drops. So I tell you, the only thing I don't like about watching any % all bosses is it happens so fast that while I'm talking about one thing, there's all this other cool stuff that happens really quick. And to be honest, that's really all Super Metroid categories. But because any % all bosses, I mean, we're going to be here for less than an hour for Thor if everything goes right. You know, Prankard might be, you know, a little bit closer to an hour and 15 or an hour and 20 with that death. And you know, it's game 3, and we've got a GGG, Green Gate Glitch attempt by Thor. If you get the setup right, you can clip this super to go right through and hit that, and, well, back around. So, you know, honestly, if I was Thor and I was watching the restream, who am I kidding? If I was me and I was playing this category, I don't Green Gate Glitch in a race. I'm just not going to do it. Too many bad flashbacks from missing Green Gate Glitch, you know, without a save or even with a save in GT Classic. I just don't go for it. But Thor has a sizable lead, certainly no harm. Maybe we'll get a little blue fireball, sand spring ball over here. All right, so GT, if you've ever encountered this fight as a casual player, you hate this boss. You might even say that this is the hardest boss. Like, how am I supposed to fight this boss? I shoot missiles, he dodges them. I shoot super missiles, he catches most of them and throws them back at me. Like, power bombs are useless, I can't just shoot them. You know, so really, you need either a buttload of supers, or you need a charge full beam combo. You know, you can get into some other esoteric categories where you can use grapple to farm, and then you can use charge, spazer, ice, and wave. You know, but the gist of it is you're going to want to do charge shots. But we're going to cheat. We're going to cheat our brains out. I don't know if this was developer intended or not, but if you back GT up in a corner just like Thor did, right where Thor is, you can just stay there. You don't even need to do anything. You can just wave your arm cannon. You can just tease GT. You can just chill, and you will never take damage. So that is a speedrunning hack. So now you all know how to beat GT. So, you know, don't say I didn't help you today. And now, one of the dopest items in the game. Thor is going to pick up Screw Attack, which makes this entire Lower Norfair section like nothing. And with Screw Attack, I might even leave Ridley with 1 E-Tank. You know, like let's say Ridley gave me a real good beating. You know, because as long as you're spin jumping, you're good. You're not taking damage from much. You know, unless you're very careless with your just general Samus control. Look at that, like a buzzsaw. through everything. I mean, there's some enemies you can't kill with screw attack, but, you know, by the time you get there, it's you're not even fighting those things anyways. You're just trying to get to the baby Metroid room. So I'm not quite sure what pace Thor is on right now, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I have a mid 53 any percent time, and I got a like a low 56. Maybe it's a high 56. I have a 56 any percent all bosses time, but at least so in my any percent, I think I beat Ridley at like 40 minutes. Thor's done some extra stuff. He's going to be getting to Ridley roughly around that time. So Thor might be running, like, I'm just going to ballpark and guess maybe a mid 50 right now. No, not a mid 50, more maybe like a 51, 52, 53, somewhere in that area. I'm pretty sure that he's going to beat my any percent time with his all bosses time. Which, you know, I don't care. I don't really run or care about any percent. I like the memes. Ooh, missed Flower House. Feels bad. Really good deboost for Prankard coming out of the Batcave. Gotta point that out. We haven't forgotten about you, Prankard. We're just so absolutely sad by what happened. We almost don't want to recognize the fact that it happened, and, you know. It's kind of a normalized Ridley startup right there for Thor. Try to get some quick shots in. You want to charge the beam pretty much as soon as you fire it. You don't want to spin jump a lot. When you spin jump in the air at Ridley gets extremely erratic. So it's okay to kind of jump around. New runners might want to try to keep Ridley in the air like that quite a lot. I like to fire a shot and then jump upward like Thor did. So it's basically about kind of having a vague understanding of Ridley's patterns. This is not a particularly dangerous fight for Thor. 20 shots and then it's done. Ridley's kind of a troll, you know. And again, I'm not going to be surprised if Thor completely skips the E-tank in that room to the left right there and just wants to get out. Yeah, just like that. 4 E-tanks for a runner like Thor is still pretty comfy as far as the Mother Brain fight is concerned. But I don't know if it's completely worth the risk with Prankard so far behind. Assuming Thor is watching it, really, almost a beautiful reverse Powerhouse. So I'm going to say, Thor, please save before Mother Brain, or just be careful. We have had many runners already die in Mother Brain in a couple categories in various sad but, you know, exciting ways. Let's see if we can get this Wasteland Speedball. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. First try every time. So while we're escaping Lower Norfair with Screw Attack, Thor is not in any immediate danger whatsoever unless he just wants to deliberately take a lot of damage for no reason. Going to get out of here very, very comfortably, and Thor is going to make his way, you know, to Spore Spawn. It would be kind of funny if he goes all the way up through Meridia and we see a G4 without Spore Spawn, but hopefully Thor doesn't make it as far as Mother Brain, because if that would invalidate the run, and Thor would have to go back to a previous save spot. So Thor, if you're listening, don't forget about Spore Spawn. Could you imagine that? Wouldn't be the strangest thing we've seen in this tournament so far, but it would be darn close. But anybody just tuning in, so this is any percent all bosses, one of our 5 categories. All runners go in best of 3 matches. We have 5 categories to choose from. The higher seeded runner will do the first veto, and the lower seeded runner will do the first choice, or it's the other way around, whatever. But the categories to choose from, we have any percent all bosses, which is what you're seeing right now. Max GT. Max GT code, max percent GT, which is 135%. It's a wildly long and volatile category. Starts off as a low percent run, ends up in an extreme percent run. It's pretty sweet. Then we have North Korea percent, which is kind of like baby RBO. It's really cool. And North Korea percent just basically follows the boss order DPRK. Glove Prankard died. It was another it wasn't a crab fatality this time. It was a fish fatality. We got hit by a fish in the ocean with 11 health after picking up gravity. So that was very, very unfortunate. In the other categories we have in the tournament, Nintendo Power Percent, which is following a preordained order of item acquisition that Nintendo Power decided was the best. And then I probably missed a category, but that's cool. We're all having a really good time here. And if you really want to find out, you know, somebody can put the link in chat. And I also, while I'm here and I have a public moment and I like to talk, I want to thank all of my fellow racers in the tournament and fellow runners, tournament organizers and everything for not only allowing me to be a part of this, but putting on just a great show day in, day out for everybody. And all the volunteers have been doing a really great job. Almost all of our races we've been able to secure a restream and a comms crew, which can be kind of hard. You know, we all have our lives, but I like to take some time out of my day for Super Metroid if I can. Thor having a kind of a wonky green hill zone, that can be a pretty easy place to bonk on the way back, but when you get that space jump going through green hill zone, oh, it looks so just absolutely gorgeous. The movement in every category in Super Metroid is just expert level, incredible platforming. That's probably why a game that came out in 1994 is still very popular, and there's so many of us playing it and enjoying this game. It's just so incredible to watch. It's just a pretty game. It's a pretty game. It sounds good. It's just broken enough to be immensely fun and just perfect. Look at Thor. Thor, I love this. I do the same thing Thor's doing, opening up that door. Basically, as soon as you kill Spore Spawn, the death flag is set. You can just get out of the room. It's like teasing Spore Spawn. You don't even leave Spore Spawn with any dignity left. You know, you just sit there. You open the door. You shoot him. You don't even stick around to watch him die. You just get out of there. You know, he can die on his own. We're out of here. And just like that, Thor is on the way to G4. Didn't miss anything. Pretty crisp and good run for Thor. I don't know what splits Thor is using. If it's in the red, it's likely, you know, looks like he's gaining time, not losing time, but still in the red. Not on PB pace, but myself, I would be fairly envious of this pace. No Decora visit today. Professor School will be disappointed, but that's okay. That'll save Thor some time. Oh, Prankard is having an almost identical Fantoon fight to the Fantoon fight they had earlier, so for better or for worse, I got to give it up to Prankard for their consistency. You know, again, hopefully Prankard is a little bit careful. We know that Prankard had a lot of difficult time with Fantoon earlier, so hopefully we get it. Okay, good. We got some good health drops there that will help them survive the fight. Thorneto is about to go out for a cup of coffee here while we wait for the G4 bosses to descend. Come on, Prankard, you did it. GG. Hopefully, Prankard will farm up a little bit more before heading to bowling, so that they don't have to worry so much about their health. Yeah, back in the 90s when games were about fun and exploration and not charging you to, you know, perform better. Could you imagine? It's like, oh, you want a full halfie? All right, full halfies are $10. You can unlock the full halfie. They eat my shorts. I guess I'm old. I enjoy buying the whole game when I buy a game. But that's cool. That's cool. These games are my thing. And if something else is your thing, you have that too. All right, strap in, everybody. We got Turian. I love Turian. Phenomenal Phoenix. Does Bart Simpson even say "eat my shorts" anymore? I gotta be honest, I haven't watched a Simpsons episode in at least 20 years. That gives you a clue to how old I am, but it's not like I'm secretive about it anyways. Thor having a little bit of trouble here in this Metroid room. Gonna reset the room, maybe hoping for more super. Oh, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong room in my head. You can laugh at me for that. I thought we were already on Metroid. Thought we were already on Metroid Room 3. I guess I should pay attention to the race. Sorry, gang. Really nice Metroid Room 3 by Thorn. That's not a beginner strat. That's not an intermediate strat. It's not an expert strat, but it's close. Pretty well done. Pretty well done. I don't know. Maybe we're at a 54-55 time. It's decent. Very good. I would like this time. Prankard having much better luck getting through bowling, so I am no longer worried about Prankard getting through the rest of this match, because there's always a lot of safeties to be had. And let's see if Thor can pick up this baby skip. Looking good so far. That jump was a little tight. I think he... Oh! Are you kidding me? That looked like one of my baby skip attempts. It just gets you so mad. Get to that last jump and you just get a little too ahead of yourself. You get too excited, like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it this time. So we're going to get a little refill from Thor. We don't have enough ammo to do Crystal Flash, even though that's a really sweet way to get this refill here. I like to do that in GT Classic or, you know, or any other category that I have the opportunity, you know, if I'm feeling a little saucy. Just did that in my New Game Plus run I did the other day. Crystal Flashes are cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any Crystal Flashes, so you'll have to tune in if you want to see a category like North Korea % that employs Crystal Flash as a necessity. What is Thor doing? Is Thor going to try his down back? Yeah, okay. Very nice down back skip from Thor. Well done. That allows you to not have to menu screw attack off, because you need iframes to get through that. And when you do a spin jump with screw attack on, it disables your iframes. Yeah, SNES and PS1. PS2. I had a PS2. I really liked it, but I didn't get it until I think the PS3 had already come out. I grew up in the era of Intellivision, Atari, ColecoVision. When Nintendo came out, we thought it was the great, like, this will never be topped. And then they came out with Super Nintendo and Sega, and it was like, oh my gosh, video games are now life. I'm actually really glad I didn't discover Super Metroid until I was about 39 years old, because had I discovered this, I'm not so sure I would have made it into college, and through college, who knows? Or maybe I would have ended up just being a top runner, and then who knows? GG Thor. So as soon as Thor takes this rainbow beam, Thor is pretty much in the clear. You know, Slow Guy, we had talked about that in the multi-category tournament of adding some RTA categories. And that's really kind of the problem with RTA categories, is they're just kind of too short. But we did not, I don't know if the idea was broached on that, hey, you know, so in an RTA category, we could do like, you know, best of 3 runs or something like that. That's pretty cool. Fast Phase 1, I'm not entirely sure what you mean. So basically, 9 and 9 will take out Mother Brain 1 with missiles and supers. Mother Brain 2 with this beam combo is just a 20-shot fight. So it's pretty easy. And yeah, maybe it was fast because you're very used to randomizer. Randomizer, Mother Brain comes out of that ground very fierce and fast. It's almost intimidating if you're used to vanilla. But But yeah, in this category, this is as short a Mother Brain fight as you're going to see, unless 60 supers is a faster way to kill Mother Brain. If you just take that and isolate that particular fight. Yeah, RTA Triathlon Slow Guy. I had just memed when we were coming up with this tournament. I had just memed that we should do mini boss RTA, and then after you killed the last mini boss, you had to free the Decora, kind of like a hybrid category, you know. And I was only half serious because that actually sounds like a really, really fun run. And I do like some of those RTAs. I really like mini boss RTA, but I'm glad somebody's already suggesting new ideas for another multi-category tournament. We haven't even finished this one, and it's just been explosive from start to finish. Thor is about to crush this game. Looking like we're going to get a low 56. Still better than my PB, although not by much. And you know, admittedly, I'm not even sure if I've ever run any percent. Oh no, I did run any percent all bosses in a Pound Classic once. I was going to say I don't think I've ever raced it before, but I have at least once. But hey, it's been really great talking to everybody in chat. Thanks for coming today. We'll see if Thor does any memeing on his way out. See if we get an animal save, an animal taunt, or if we just opt to just kill them outright. We might see some landing site shenanigans, or Thor might just be ready to get on with the rest of their day. Meanwhile, Prankard, well, who knows? Prankard might opt to finish the run. I like to finish runs, even really bad ones, because there's just something to be said for finishing a run. And, Prankard got the coveted hundo quick drop into the sand, which is not what you want to do in any percent. That's bad. So Prankard's going to have to loop around again, and I'm sorry, Prankard. Just unfortunately, it looks like the game said no today, and Prankard has seen the dot done come in the chat. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to spoil it for all of you right now. We'll let Thor get on the ship. But Thor is on the ship with an official race time GG time of 56:20, and we do have an official forfeit from Prankard. So I'm going to mark forfeit, and I'm going to mark Prankard done, and this is my first time using the commentary controls. I feel like a computer wizard right now, everybody. I feel like I know how to do this job. So please hire me again. So let's go. Let me get the GGs and chats for these guys. So there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, families and friends, theys and thems, everybody out there in Speed Gaming, thank you so much for coming today and watching. We're going to see if we can get Thor or Prankard in here for an interview. Certainly want to get their perspective on the race. I think it was a very exciting race to watch, you know, and you know, it feels bad for Prankard, but you know, at the same rate, we all, you know, we play this game, we die in this game. You know, no matter how good you are, you're always one pixel away from death. Especially speedrunning the game and trying to put up a good time, trying to be in a race, remembering so much information across a variety of categories. Very, very well met and well done today for both of these runners. Let's see, we do have Prankard and Thor in the setup join here first section, so I don't know how to drag them into live on air. I think they have to click the live on air to get here. Somebody could correct me. We'll see, because I don't think I can drag them up there. Hey, Prankard, we have Prankard and we have Thor joining us. GG, gentlemen. That was a very exciting match to watch, especially for the first part of it, and then things got a little wild after wreck ship for Prankard. But you know, GGs to you both. Yeah, go. Anybody who's up, who wants to talk?
Firstly, GG Thorneto, that was really good. Well played.
Yeah, GG.
for sure.
Yeah, I think it was a bit sketchy for me. I was doing a bit panicked rush and wreck ship, and did a pretty poor bowling, a little bit low health, a little bit risque, but yeah, and then didn't know where that fish was gonna be, and
That fish will get you, man. It's got me multiple times.
I
I've
know
lost quite a few runs to that damn fish.
who knew the fish and crabs and zebras is the worst part of all the creatures.
Oh yeah, it's that damn Meridia creeping out.
I might have gave the fish a little extra power. I'm not going to lie to you, Prankard. I said that Prankard's going to be all right with 11 health unless he has a little run-in with the fish or the crabs. So, but you know, in real time, that actually happened in reality before I said it, but I still felt bad.
I mean, that's true. If I got past the fish, it would have been the crabs. I mean, yeah, you double jinxed it.
Yeah, there's a couple things you can do. Like I go down when I come out of gravity. I go all the way down, and then I run left, so a fish isn't even high, low enough to get me. And with the crabs, if you have a power bomb available, I definitely saw Susream do this really cool strat where he laid a power bomb so that it just took out both crabs. You didn't even have to worry about it.
Oh, that's quite clever.
So, but it was good. So, Thor GG, you are the winner of today's match. Would you like to recap the race for us, like how you felt about it? Are you comfortable with your run?
I mean, my run, not very happy with it. Like, Kraid stood up. I guess that happens though. And I mean, I almost died on Dragon. I don't know what was going on there. Overall, it wasn't too bad. But some of the boss fights were pretty sketchy. I got down to pretty low health a few times.
It was a little bit scary. I think Fantoon, you were both of you a couple different times were 1 to maybe 2 shots away from being KO'd by Fantoon. But you know what? On the outside, with the exception of the boss fights, you showed really clean movement throughout and very good strats. It was very pleasing. Run to watch, and I think you handled what the bosses gave you. I think you handled it up and cleaned it up really well. Dragon aside, Dragon is just either you take her out really fast or it's just a marathon fight.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Prankard? How do you feel about your race? I mean, aside from dying at the fish, it was pretty good up until there.
Yeah, there were some bits I was quite pleased with. A little bit rusty at the very start after Surrey Station, but yeah, there were some nice little bits that I was quite happy with. Sad, I think I was watching the restream in the background, and I could just see Thorneto just slowly peel away as he does. His movement's great, so yeah, that was quite fun to watch. I mean, yeah, so yeah, I'm happy, but I was happy with how I played. I thought it was fine, apart from the deaths, obviously. But no, I wish Thorn the best in the next upcoming races, and hope he does his best.
I think I'm against Cash Mod next. That's going to be very tough.
Yeah, I'm not happy that I was beat out of the tournament, but I did get beat by Nevdi, so like, who's going to complain about losing to Nevdi? Like, at least my league, like. Yeah, not much you can do there. I kind of knew that going, and I was just really excited for the honor of racing them. But like you guys, for whoever you Cash Mod, everybody left in this tournament right now, I would be intimidated to race against literally all of you. So I hope you're both having a lot of fun with this tournament. Prankard, this is the end of the road for you. So hopefully you'll stick around and watch and cheer on. All the other runners as we get through this. And Thor, how are you gonna prepare to go up against Cash Mod?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really know what categories are his strengths and stuff. I'm gonna
Cash
go with
has really slick movement. He's got very slick, very tight movement, very advanced level strats.
Yeah, watch him run a lot of any percent. He's definitely a few minutes faster than me there, but
yeah, I think he has like a 46.
I think he is newer to some of the other categories though, so maybe I can leverage kind of some of my longer experience, maybe.
Not to intimidate you, but his first run of North Korea percent was like 120, and I think he's all the way down to 104 right now. So,
Yeah, I think he's really close to me.
gosh,
We're
even if
both
he doesn't
doing
have
good.
a lot of experience with some of these categories, I
No,
don't
I
envy
know.
I don't envy your decision. But um, we have seen. I mean, Cash has died in races already. You know, I mean, we've all died. I don't know about you. I think I died maybe 4 times in this tournament. Maybe 5 times. I think I died 2 times in one race. Even I don't know. It
I've died
happens.
like 30 times to Dragon in one race, so
That wouldn't, by any chance, be a North Korea percent run. Would that be?
Maybe.
God Almighty. Sometimes I feel like you either beat Dragon right away or you're just stuck there all day. So, but anyways, guys, thanks. If you have anything left to say to the community here or to say to each other, go ahead. I'll give you time, and then I'll close down the show.
Just thanks for the restream. Thanks for all the comms, guys. It's really
Exactly.
great. I've really enjoyed this tournament. It's really helped me do all these really weird categories I wouldn't normally do, especially like learning Suitless Meridia in the NK percent. That's really fun to do. So I implore anyone who's really into Super Metroid, try all these different things. It's really cool. It's fun.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can do. Or
Yeah, I mean, thanks guys. That was a great restream you guys put together. Thanks for doing it on such short notice too. So
yeah, I'm really glad I could do comms. I ended up just getting home about an hour before this started, and I noticed it didn't have any comms. So I'm really glad that I was able to jump in because you guys, everybody who runs in this race, you all deserve commentary. I do have a question for you, Thor. Is it Thorneto or Thorneto? Just so I know how to say it correctly.
I tell you the same thing I tell everyone. It's both and it's neither. So
I love it. I love it. Sounds great. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for putting on a really good show for all of us. Prankard, thank you so much for your involvement in this tournament. Really great to have you. And Thor, good luck in your race against Cash Mod. And, GG, guys. And I guess I'll close down the show. I want to thank everybody at SpeedGaming and the Restream crew for putting all this together. Fellow organizers, Guy Average and MM2 and Iron Rusty and just everybody behind the scenes, making this work. If I left somebody out, feel free to yell at me in the Discord. But thanks, everybody. Please follow the runners. If you'd like, follow me. I do a lot of categories. I can do every category in this tournament. I do a lot of meme runs, and I just, I like Super Metroid, and I do a lot of commentary. It's really great. And please join our Discord and see what it's all about. It's a lot of fun. If you don't think you can run Super Metroid, come on in. I bet you can. So with that, I'll say thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next mission. Oh, wait, everyone. Before I go, there is a race tonight. I don't want to leave without telling everybody what tonight's race is because we need a crowd. We have Mr. Guy Average versus Professor School tonight at 10 p.m. And that is going to be super hype. MGA is the top-seeded runner in this tournament, and Professor School is quite up there as well. They both do great commentaries and both run the heck out of this game. It should be incredibly excellent. There are no comms signed up, so anybody that wants to do commentary, feel free to sign up. If I'm still awake at 10 p.m., who knows? Maybe I'll be back. But now, for real, I am done talking, and we will see you next mission. Take care, everybody.